What's up, fellas? We're back with another patch note. In this patch, we're gonna take a look at some changes, some of them being as big as what'll be done to every assassin's beloved item, Duskblade. So stay focused, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos, and let's get to it. The new champ Neferi is finally getting a nerf, not a huge one, yet a notable adjustment to her base stats. Oh, Silas players are gonna love this one. His base mana will be increased from 310 to 400. Shyvana is getting an adjustment to her AD ratio on her W and its on-hit damage. Akali is gonna get a buff much greater than expected. Her early game Q skill now costs 20 less energy, not to mention the buff on its damage as well. Wukong is getting buffs to his Q and W mana costs. Hopefully this will improve his champion tier. Rek'Sai's Q skill has lost his base damage and additional AD ratio, but will now instead have a total AD ratio. Echo will get a buff to his Q's damage, slowdown rate, and to the shield amount of his W. Shaka supports bad news, you gotta start managing mana with your boxes early game now. Caitlyn is one of the biggest beneficiaries of this patch. It will now take one less auto attack to load up her headshot. Tristan has lost some health and MR in exchange for additional base armor. Milio will get an insane buff to his Q's AP ratio up to a whopping 120%. Brand gets a slight buff to the AP ratio on his Q and E skill. Likewise, Karma gets a buff to her AP ratio on her Q and Mondra Q, and also a buff to Mondra Q's cooldown. And next, let's look at what's been done with items. Duskblade's cooldown has increased by 30 seconds, which I think is pretty much a death sentence. And Prowler's Claw's cooldown will decrease to 5 seconds, and its base AD ratio will increase to 55%. Axiom Art gets a buff on its ult cooldown, Lethality on Umbral Glaive, and Serpent's Fang will also get buffed. So that about wraps up the 13.16 patch note. Y'all have a good one. I will see you next time.